We go 1 and 2 on the 3 best prop bets for UFC Vegas 96, but luckily the one that ended up hitting for us was plus 380. It was Kong Wang round 1 KO over Victoria Leonardo, and she didn't take long to actually cash that ticket for us. Reese in round 1 did not come through, as I underestimated Jose Medina's durability. I really thought Reese was going to be able to get it done quickly, considering the athletic advantages he had there. And then Edmund Shabazian by knockout minus 150, close to hitting early, but he ended up emptying his gas tank and allowing Gerald Mearshart to eventually find that submission. The long shot did not have a chance of coming through with Ricci by submission at plus 700. That fight was a war. All-out action. Luckily, Ricci was still able to get the win, but unfortunately for the long shot, we have to rip up that ticket. All right, I got another 3 best prop bets for you guys for this weekend's UFC card. Let's get right into it. First one up is going to be Nathan Fletcher by submission at plus 180. Romashka has shown issues in the past dealing with grapple-heavy fighters, and that's what exactly he's getting this weekend in Fletcher. Fletcher is coming off of an illness that pushed this fight back about 2 weeks, but I think he should be good enough to go out there and get this fight to the ground with relative ease and eventually find his way to the back and find a rear naked choke. Plus 180 is not a bad line to deal with a fighter or to bet on a fighter who has a massive grappling edge over the other. And I think that's going to be the case this weekend. The second best prop bet is going to be Andre Petroski by submission at plus 360 as he takes on the wrestler Dylan Butka. Butka, it doesn't seem he's the greatest when he's facing legitimate competition, and I think he's going to break under the BJJ pressure of Petroski. Butka might be able to be competitive early and stop a few of the takedowns, but I think eventually Petroski will find a way to get this fight to the mat and eventually find a submission victory. And at plus 360, not a bad way to turn a minus 250 to plus 360 with the path to victory that I think he wins by most here. The third best prop bet is going to be Steve Garcia and Kyle Nelson. Fight does not start round 2 at minus 105. We know what Garcia is all about, and Nelson has tried to be a little bit more disciplined in his approach in recent fights, which has spurred this winning streak that he's currently on. However, I think the style of Garcia is going to force a lot of striking in this spot, especially early, and Nelson will eventually try to lean on that power that allowed him to get that knockout victory over Bill Algeo last time around, and it could end the streak of Steve Garcia, considering the amount of power that Nelson brings to the table. But I think that the weird and awkward angles in which Garcia throws his strikes is going to cause Nelson some problems, and I think it'll eventually end within 5 minutes or so. And at minus 105, not a bad way to go about it. The long shot, which I'm kind of surprised that the line is so wide here, is going to be Felipe Dos Santos by submission at plus 1,200. Now, his opponent, Andre Lima, is an undefeated kickboxing fighter who has done a great job in terms of chipping away at his opponents, especially with his leg kicks, just as he did to Mitch Raposo earlier this year. But Dos Santos can be very competitive in the striking realm. I think he'll have the advantage in terms of his punches down the pipe, but I think eventually we're going to see Dos Santos look to get this into the grappling realm. I think that's where Lima will eventually fall into trouble as his resistance starts to fade in deeper water. I think we'll see Dos Santos eventually get the back of Lima, sink in a rear naked choke, and get the tap here. Plus 1,200, you can bet worse prop lines there. I think this is a damn good shot to take a sprinkle on, which is why I'm doing so and making it the official long shot of this segment. There you guys go. Long shot, 3 best prop spots. I've done a bunch of other great content and segments for you guys throughout the week. Make sure you guys check out the YouTube page for that. Otherwise, I will see you guys Monday for the Contender Series. I think week 4, week 5 breakdowns. The circus doesn't stop. Good luck on your plays this weekend, folks. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I'll see you guys Monday. Peace.